youngest birth mothers of all time. Discovering that your daughter is entering puberty early can be pretty alarming. But finding out that your daughter is pregnant before her 8th birthday? That's distressing, to say the least. All around the world, there have been cases of young girls giving birth at unbelievably young ages, which has led to the conclusion that the reason may very well stem from sexual abuse. Keep reading to discover the haunting stories of the world's youngest mothers. Unnamed. In 2004, an unidentified 8-year-old girl's pregnancy was revealed by a policeman who became suspicious when he noticed her swollen abdomen and thought she was concealing drugs. After the girl had x-rays done, the hospital confirmed that she was in her 32nd week of pregnancy. The girl revealed that when she had gone to a pharmacy in Ciudad Bolivar, Colombia, to pick up her sick mother's medicine, an employee there raped her. He was 32 years old. Apparently, however, the mother already knew. The mother and the little girl had reportedly been threatened by the employee so that they wouldn't report the incident, causing the two females to keep the matter to themselves. After the revelation, the girl was placed under the protection of the Colombian Family Welfare Institute, ICBF, for the duration of her pregnancy. The girl eventually gave birth, but the man who had raped her was never prosecuted since the girl's mother refused to press charges. Mum's Eye. Across Africa, the traditional practice of keeping harems, polygynous households where women are kept in enclosed quarters forbidden to men, have existed for centuries. A tribal chief's harem occasionally includes young girls, though they don't usually bear children for him until they get their period. However, in the case of Mum's Eye from Nigeria, menarche came at an extremely young age, allowing her to deliver a baby for Chief Akiri in 1884, when she was only 8 years old. But there's more. Mum's Eye's daughter also gave birth at an extremely young age, making her a grandmother at age 17. Yelizaveta Liza Gryshchenko. In 1934, Soviet Union-born Liza was 5 years old when her 70-year-old maternal grandfather raped and impregnated her. 9 months later, just days after her 6th birthday, Liza gave birth to a baby girl. The infant did not survive the delivery. Liza's parents had insisted on a natural birth instead of a C-section, as the procedure was considered dangerous at the time. This caused the infant to die during labor due to an early placental tear. After the incident, the family immigrated to Vladivostok to avoid unwanted attention, taking the girl's grandfather with them. Lina Medina. When she was 5 years old, Lina, from the Tucrapo district of Peru, gave birth by cesarean section in a hospital in Lima. The infant was a 5.8 pounds, 47.5 centimeters boy named Gerardo. Medina's parents, who assumed their daughter had a tumor, took her to a hospital in late March, where she was then found to be 28 weeks pregnant. By questioning her parents, the doctors found out that Medina had entered into precocious puberty, when hormone glands are activated earlier than normal, very early after her birth. How early? Lina had begun menstruating when she was only 8 months old and had developed breasts by the time she was 4. On the question of who had gotten Lina pregnant, her father, Tiburello, was actually arrested on suspicion of child sexual abuse. However, he was ultimately released due to lack of evidence. While Lina's son, Gerardo, died at age 40 due to bone marrow disease, Lina managed to live her life quite normally, completing her school and working as a secretary. Hilda Trujillo. In 1957, Hilda prematurely gave birth to a 6 pounds healthy baby girl named Maria del Rosario in a hospital in Lima, Peru. Contrary to what was reported in Time and many other sources at the time, Hilda was not 9 years old, but rather 1 year younger. The rapist? Her 22-year-old cousin who had been staying in her family's one-room residence. He was eventually charged and arrested. Anna. In April of 2010, Anna, or Anya, gave birth to a baby girl in Rostov-on-Don, a port city in Russia. At the time of the delivery, Anna was only 8 years old. It's reported that a 13-year-old neighbor had raped Anna, causing her to get pregnant after she had undergone menorrhage at an extremely young age, 7. Unfortunately, not much else is known about her case. Unnamed. In 1993, an unidentified 8-year-old girl in Kashmir, India reportedly died in labor along with her child. The girl's mother, a poverty-stricken widow, said she had been forced to accept an offer of marriage for her daughter. Unfortunately, the practice of selling a female child to be married off to an adult male is not unheard of. Griseldina Acuña. After celebrating her 8th birthday, Griseldina of Colombia gave birth to a baby boy weighing 5 pounds. Records show that she began menstruating when she was only 3 years old, which is a significantly young age to undergo menorrhage. Apparently, she was raped by a family friend. Zulma Guadalupe Morales. At just 8 years old, Zulma gave birth by cesarean section to a baby boy weighing 7.04 pounds at hospital in Mexico. The doctor in charge of Zulma, Dr. Eva Rodriguez Arias, reported that the mother and the baby were both in perfect condition after the delivery. Apparently, Zulma was raped by her uncle. Because of the circumstances, Zulma's parents wanted to keep everything a secret. However, the news agency Excelsior released the young mom's name, H. The 6-year-old girl, known only as H, gave birth by C-section to a baby girl weighing 4.19 pounds at Victoria Sanana Hospital in Delhi, India. She was originally admitted for what was thought to be a stomach tumor, as she had complained of localized pain in her lower abdomen. Shockingly, it was revealed that H's discomfort was actually due to the fact that she was pregnant. However, what makes H's case incredibly unusual is that she had never menstruated. Nevertheless, the extremely young mom managed to breastfeed her child for 9 months.